Chelsea Football Club, you need to thank Joao Felix, because Joao Felix may have saved you the biggest embarrassment. I'm going to explain it to you because Atletico Madrid tried to absolutely con the club. It is actually beyond me how Chelsea were willing to get this deal done and Joao Felix came and saved us. Furthermore, apparently it looks like the way that Chelsea sell players continues, because Romelu Lukaku, here we go, for a fee that is going to blow your mind to Napoli. Genuinely, the fee is crazy. The fee is unbelievable, and there's a 30% sell-on clause. Wait till you hear that. We get a deal that is about to collapse for Armando Broja. There is people creating speculation and saying it's because of paperwork, but we have got the genuine reason why this has happened. And honestly, it actually makes sense why this deal is collapsing. And finally, Tino Anjorin, another first-team player according to Sky Sports, is set to leave the club and has got a medical with an Italian club that I'll break down for you. But before this video gets started, I need all of you that have made it this far to support the channel. You guys watch on a daily basis, and the best way you can support, it's free, is hit that like button. If we could crack over 1.4k likes, more people get to see the product. The bigger the platform gets, the better content I can deliver for you. And if you're new, subscribe to the channel, because I give it to you guys in a nice, explicit way. I basically give you some humor with it, and I give you some genuine great quality. Let's get into it. Joao Felix has officially joined Chelsea and could be set to make his debut tomorrow against Wolves. However, this isn't the story that we need to talk about. What we need to talk about is the fact that Joao Felix is in Chelsea training, the fact that Joao Felix is going to be integrated into the team. And why did Chelsea sign him? Well, they jumped at the opportunity because, number one, we know that this fan base and has been wanting this player to come back for a while. But more importantly, the directors would have signed him even when Vivil was here. Mauricio Pochettino was the key decisive factor to why this deal did not occur. He didn't want him, and they backed the manager and they stepped away from it. So when they went back and the Osimhen deal broke down, who we are going to talk about in a second, Joao Felix, available for £44 million, Chelsea jumped at the opportunity. We're getting rid of Conor Gallagher and bringing in somebody that is really high up on our statistical analysis and somebody that we rate highly. Brilliant. Chelsea Football Club get their latest player in Joao Felix. However, how did Joao Felix save Chelsea from embarrassment? Well, we last night find out that Atletico Madrid have sold Samuel Morodian for 15 million euros. 15 million. The club that asked for 70 million for Samuel Morodian in June, then agreed a 45 million euro bid, now sold this player for 15 million. Porto are going to acquire this player for 15 million euros, 5 million next year if they want to buy more of his rights, and 5 more million the next year after. So how has this deal been structured? Porto pay 15 million for 50% of it. Then there's a sell-on clause of 50%. If they move the player on, 50% of the money goes to Atletico Madrid. However, next year they can pay 5 million euros, get the other 15%, and then pay another 5 million euros in 2026 and get another 15%. So then Atletico only have a 20% sell-on clause. You're sticking with me with the math. This is ridiculous. We were absolutely going to get bamboozled, flabbergasted, embarrassed, humiliated, and yet people wanted to get this deal done. Yet people told me, oh my God, we can't believe we pulled out the Samuel Morodian deal. Lord knows I'm grateful we pulled out of the Samuel Morodian deal. 35 million euros or 45 million euros, whatever 34 million pounds is these days, is what we were willing to pay for him. Yet he goes to Porto for 15 million, and people want me to be happy. Joao Felix has saved us from huge embarrassment, from massive, stupid decisions. Genuinely, I'm so excited to see this player, and it's another factor to why Chelsea did the right thing in pulling out of the Osimhen deal and going to get Joao Felix instead. Honestly, we got a great player, and I can't wait for everybody to jump on the same hymn sheet as me. In regards to Romelu Lukaku, it looks like the saga is over. Whether we're going to go and get Victor Osimhen for Chelsea Football Club, and the news that I'm going to drop for you guys is massive, right? We don't know that yet. But what we know is there is an official here we go. And the here we go is massive because it's 30 million fixed from Chelsea to from Napoli to Chelsea. 15 million in add-ons, meaning the fee could potentially rise to 45 million euros. And then this is the part that makes me smile. 30 million in sell-on. So if they decide to sell Romelu Lukaku, we get 30% of the fee. That, for me, is wonderful business. This is a player that we genuinely couldn't get rid of last year. He went on loan, then Antonio got the job at Napoli, and all of a sudden, everything started tipping over, the dominoes started rolling, and it goes in our favor. This is the saga that is ending at this moment in time, and I need it to end quickly. I need it on the dotted line signature from Romelu Lukaku. I need him to go, and the reason why I think this is such a big deal is because this arguably is the worst signing Chelsea have ever made. Well, I remember very vividly, he scored on his debut 2 goals against Arsenal. And I was like, wow, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Romelu Lukaku is the solution to us. And then I remember there was a game against Aston Villa at home at the Bridge. And he scored and he picked up the flag, put his t-shirt on it. And he was holding it up. And I was like, this guy is the guy. Like, we might have done it. Then we saw Romelu's interview. Then we saw Romelu's real feelings and real intentions. And it just didn't work out. So we're not going to be bitter. We're not going to get at him. But this is a great move for us. However, a lot of people have a problem in how Chelsea are trying to get players out, right? They've got a problem that Ben Chilwell's been isolated. They have a problem that Raheem Sterling's been isolated. They have a problem that Trevor Chalobah's been isolated. And they also have a problem with Kepa Arrizabalaga and Romelu Lukaku's treatment. What I am going to tell you guys is, and this will blow your minds, Romelu Lukaku, Kepa Arrizabalaga, Ben Chilwell and Raheem Sterling make up 27% of Chelsea's wages a week. 27% for 4 players that aren't playing is huge money, guys. Let that sink in, right? Romelu Lukaku's 325k, Raheem Sterling's 325k, Ben Chilwell's 220k, and Kepa Arrizabalaga's 190k combined together make up 27% of our wage roll. I understand why the club want to get rid of him so rigorously. I have no intention in paying you for no reason, especially when you're not playing. And honestly, the PR damage that we're going to get, where people call us, oh, selfish, they don't know how to treat players, it's worth it for the ownership group. The ownership group will get Romelu Lukaku out. Raheem Sterling is not earning that money at the club where they don't see the value. You need to remember, right? These lot definitely run the club based on this. This is how much you get paid. This is your output on these key metrics. Per one of these metrics, this is how much value you're costing us per game. Are you worth the money? Am I getting a better output from Noni Madueke, who's playing in the same position but making a third of what you earn? And this is the logic that they use. Sadly, they're operating a business here. Like, no one wants to pay Raheem Sterling 325k a week for no reason. And it is what it is. Some people agree with it, some people won't. Chelsea are doing it. That's their way. That's their prerogative. It's their club. We've got breaking news in regards to Armando Broja, and this news is absolutely annoying because a couple days ago, I brought the news to you guys from Fabrizio Romano that Chelsea got a very good here we go with, Armando Broja. The fees were agreed, the contract was agreed, he was going to go on loan. After, if Ipswich stayed up, Chelsea were getting a guaranteed £30 million. 30 Great British million pounds were going to come to Chelsea Football Club for Armando Broja. However, now we have had 2 stories. Number one, coming from Jacob Steinberg, that apparently there was an error in the paperwork. That was the initial story, and this was regurgitated by Fabrizio Romano, and he gave it to everyone to see. And then Sky Cava came out with more information saying Ipswich found something in the medical that they didn't agree with. Now the deal looks close to collapsing. They're going to have to renegotiate some of the terms. And this makes sense. And I'm going to explain to you why. Armando Broja has had serious injury problems. And I don't think we can avoid that, right? It's part of the reason why his career at Chelsea has been heavily impacted. Not that he was absolutely phenomenal when he was at Southampton. He had 5 goals in 34 games, played a lot off the bench. But when he came back to Chelsea, Potter was slowly integrating him into the team. Pre-season friendly, boom. After the World Cup, injury. And he was out for a long period of time, hasn't recovered since then, and it's been sustaining injury after injury, injury after injury. So in the long run, for me, this is bound to happen, right? He's going to have to move on. And I don't know what happens now, but it looks like this deal is going to collapse. I'll keep you lot updated. It's worrying. Wrap this video up. Tino Anjorin looks set to be joining Empoli. According to Di Marzio in Italia, it looks like Tino Anjorin, there is no feed reported at this moment in time, is going to have a medical and going to be moving to the Serie A team, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a good move for him. Look, we have had a very good tradition of Chelsea players coming out of Cobham, going on and having first team football in top flight leagues. This will be another success story, and this will be another evidence for any parents that want to bring their kids to Chelsea Football Club and show them, look, we produce professional footballers. It doesn't have to be at Chelsea, but the education they get is transmittable to other clubs. They'll make a living. You're going to have a great life. Your kids will have a great life, and they will develop to do what they want in their life via football, right? They will become professional football players. Most kids would kill to do that. The reality is Tino's not had a fair crack at Chelsea, and it's not because Chelsea were unfair with him, it's because of his injury problems. I remember Tino Anjorin under Thomas Tuchel. I think it was a Carabao Cup game. He was cooking, absolutely cooking. There was a small integration of the player into the team. Tuchel spoke really highly of him. The way he used to dribble with the ball, he really reminded me of a young Ruben Loftus-Cheek in the way that he can manipulate the ball and glide past players. What happened was Chelsea's loaned him out with an option to buy. The injury occurred and we couldn't get the player to develop after that. He literally went on loan to Portsmouth, multiple loans here and there, and it just didn't work out. Sadly, it's like that. I really hope he passes his medical, joins Empoli, and one, we get a pure profit for it. Two, he gets a good career at a top Italian, like a top 20 Italian club, and gets to develop. But it is what it is. Hit the like button. Like I said, every like you man hit, it really helps the channel. So please do that now. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts. And here is a video that Enzo Maresca talks about Noni Madueke's development and the Mikhailo Mudrik's development and how brutally honest he is about their levels. Go enjoy it. See you in 5 seconds. Peace out. I'm out. Bye.